What's up, y'all? Welcome back for part 2 of getting this RV ready to head south for the winter. Last week we replaced the brakes and added some insulation underneath the front of the trailer. Then we tackled new shocks and replaced a coolant hose on the truck. If you haven't watched that episode yet, I'll put a link to it somewhere around here so you can go back and check it out. This week we're going to be focusing on getting this camper organized and making a few quick little repairs inside. So stick around and maybe we'll get this figured out together. Today is a clean out day. I'm gonna go clean out the toolbox of the camper. I'm not taking it with me this time. We're going down to Texas for a little over a month. I'm probably gonna regret it, but I decided I'm not gonna take my big toolbox this time. I'm trying to shed as much weight as possible. And even though it's in the generator box, I know it doesn't weigh as much as a generator probably. Maybe it does, I don't know. But anyway, I just want to shed as much weight as possible, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to pare down my tools to just the essentials for this trip. See, and I don't need 2 speed squares, I just need 1. I don't know why I have 2 in here. Always carry a pack of washers for your water hoses. You never know when you're going to lose one, or I've never really torn one, but you never know when you're going to lose one. I'm the king of overkill, I think. Tap and dies, fan clutch, tools, wire crimper, pickle forks. So I got this fork flood here for motorcycles, and it was a thing with these Lippert hydraulic jacks that if you hear them popping, that you could drain a little bit out and put a little bit of this fork fluid in there, and it would help relieve some of the popping that you heard. But I guess it relieved itself because it quit popping, so I still have it. I just never had a reason to put it in there because it quit popping for me. That's where that is. Man, we'll put all these screws in here. Somebody put too many screws in there, man. Say that stood up to what I needed it to. That's the amount of screws I pulled out of that thing. I've got to clean out this storage compartment. We're trying to shed as much weight as we can for this trip. And so we're getting rid of everything we don't need and organizing stuff so that we know what we do need, I guess. I don't know. We're going to do something. I love being able to have all these drawers in here. I've got all kinds of stuff stashed in here. Replacement parts and a few little tools and supplies maybe, but yeah, I like it. Probably a lot of stuff I don't need. Check it out. Has it been this clean since before we bought it, I guess? It wasn't this clean when we bought it. I put my grease gun back in here. Got my towels right here. There's my outside outlet right there. I don't know how I'm gonna use it. It's right there. I don't know how I can get to it. More parts. These are the parts to the steps. That's the part that makes it come down easier. It's got the gas shock on it. The first thing that ever quit working on the camper. Like a graveyard of parts for this thing. Ta-da! So pretty. Do-do-do. Very nice. Check out the cluster in here, y'all. That is crazy, isn't it? So I pulled this back because I wanted to look for any leaks, and I didn't see any, but the floor is kind of rippled. You can kind of see it in the camera. It's rippled a little bit, and it's rippled a little bit under here. That might just be from the factory, because it's not soft at all, and it would be soft technically if it had water damage, but I wanted to check anyway. So I'm gonna leave this undone, unwinterize it. I had to winterize it for about a month so that we could get through the freezing temperatures we had here. I don't know, maybe 2 months. I think it's been 2 months that it's been winterized, just to keep from busting any lines. We had some 20-degree, maybe teens at night here and there. So I'm going to unwinterize it and check for leaks. Today's Monday, we leave Saturday, so I don't have long, but I can fix anything that's broken in that amount of time. That's why I want to do it today. That way, if I do have to fix it, I can. So I'm just gonna repack the other side right there. I'm gonna go ahead and repack that to the halfway point, and then I will start unwinterizing it then. It's pretty windy, so I don't want anything to blow away. So I want to get it all put in as much as I can. So stinking cool. Love using these crates. We'll have 2 more chairs to fit right there. Possibly a skateboard, I don't know if he's gonna take that or not. And then all the rest of this stuff over here from the sewer will go over here. Maybe some over there. I wanna leave this open until I get it unwinterized. But for now, I think it's time for lunch. I just remembered I have a whole bunch more tools to put in here. Crap. Like a lot more. I forgot. We'll figure it out. But after lunch, not right now. I'm back. I forgot to put all my tools in here. All my hand tools, so we'll figure that out. Maybe. Water hoses should fit perfectly in there and call it good. All right, I'm gonna hook up water and we're gonna see if we have any leaks. So hang tight. My gauge is broke. I gotta buy a new one. These hoses, 0G hoses, are awesome, but they kink like crazy. Still my favorite water hose, but man, they're bad about kinking. But at least they're easy to get unkinked. Power filter tank. I don't see any leaks back here. Man, I'm so ready to be in this camper. It just feels like home to us. It's only going to be like 2 months, but it's going to be fun. 2-month camping trip. And hopefully by the time we get back, we can, move back out of it, clean it up, and fix anything that we see that needs to be fixed, and then we can sell it. Have dehumidifier running. Let's see what it's caught. It's been running for 3 days. That's not bad. About 1/4 of an inch in there. I love these little things. We got them from Lowe's, and they're the perfect size for a camper. Look at the damp rid bag in here. Very helpful in an RV to use. Damp rid bags, dehumidifiers, and stuff like that. It really helps to keep the moisture out of the RV. What's funny is when we bought this one, the sales manager at the dealership we bought it for, he was like, "Why do you have damp rid bags in your RV?" It's like, it's getting moisture from somewhere. Why is it getting moisture in it? I'm like really? You don't know? Like, every RV gets moisture in it. Your walls sweat with heat and cold, different hot and cold, boiling water, showers. I mean, everything makes water. And then when it's just sitting, it collects water from humidity and the, sweating of the walls from different hot and cold cycles. So it's just normal. Every RV that we've ever had we've had to use the damp rid bags in. Maybe in a dry climate like the desert, you don't have to, but we're not from the desert, so it's a little bit more humid here, and it's going to be probably a lot more humid when we get down to South Texas. I got washer and dryer put back in. After I cleaned everything out, I shortened the dryer vent. Under here, there's this little plastic cover you have to take off, and there's a drain under there. It gets pretty gummy, sludgy under there. You're supposed to be able to pull this cover off and then drain it and clean it all out. But this is in the way from the factory. If we were going to keep this camper, I would definitely change that. I would probably change this whole laundry setup, but since we're not keeping it, I'm not too worried about it. So I just put it back together. And I normally leave this open to let it breathe. Anyway, on to the story of the day. You can see this screw right here is backed out. It's one of, they call them lag screws, but these are not. These are literally just like a countersunk wood screw. And there's, that I can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. These 3 up here all the way in. This one was backed out a little ways. You can see, if I get a light, you can really see it. You can also see a gap between the frame and the wall. It's a gap large enough to stick my finger through. Which is not cool. And they knew about it because everything is put on after that fact. So I don't know why they didn't install it all the way flush. I don't know why they didn't do that. I also found something interesting. I'm turning this by hand. Look. So now, I'm going to show you how long it is when I get it out. Look how long that screw is. How much it went into the wall. I don't think it went into the aluminum at all. I think it just went through the Luan. It's only 1/4 of an inch longer than it needs to be. So, and look, it is a countersunk screw, wood screw, and there's nothing, there's no countersink into the steel. Look at this one. See it? Can you see it sticking out? So then I came over here to see the rest of them, and they're all hand tight. I'm gonna fix it to where it's safer. It's not perfect still, but it's gonna be a whole lot safer than this is. This is not safe. Let me show you what screws I've got. Remember, original, new one is about 1/2 inch longer, 3/4 of an inch longer, and it's one size bigger. So this is 1/4, I'm pretty sure. This is 5/16. Still not what I would prefer, but it's what I'm gonna put in it. I think it needs to be much bigger and much better, but I just want to make it a little bit safer, or a lot safer. It's gonna be safer. All these keystones are coming with this. They all are. That's what they call for at the factory for you to use no matter what, is this. And so all the keystones on the road, this one's going to be the safest one. Not much better, but a little bit better. That's what we're going to do. I know it's under warranty. I know I need to take it back to them and have them fix it really, but I just don't want to. I don't like taking stuff back to somebody who messed it up. Now the dealer didn't do this problem. They didn't find the problem either. I found it. But they did enough wrong in other places that I'm not taking it back to the place I bought it. I might take it back to a different dealer if I found a better dealer. You never know until you're in there, till you send it in, and then it either gets fixed right or it doesn't, and then you're out all that time that it's there. I don't know how long they would have it, but I know it's going to be longer than I want them to have it. And I know it's going to be longer than I can fix it. So for me, taking this in to somebody else is just not an option right now. You know, maybe it is at some point later. Yeah, so as of right now, we've still got 5 full months of the 1-year warranty left. But we're planning on leaving in a couple weeks. And so I just have time to get it fixed myself instead of taking it in. And honestly, if this voids the warranty, what I'm doing to it, well, that's fine. Because the warranty doesn't mean anything at that point. So yeah, I know it's controversial. I know it's not the choice that most people would make, but it's just the choice that I made. And it's the best choice for me and for this camper. And honestly, it's the safest choice. So it's, I guess it's not super cold this morning, but it's, I don't know, like in the 40s maybe, or something like that.
41.
Very cold to us. I was turning the furnace on in the camper so that we could clean it out and start repacking it, and then no worky.
So this has happened before once.
Yeah, this happened once. I ran it out of propane with the furnace on, but it was easy. I just came and took the cover. Come
here. He said, come here.
So you just pull 4 screws and I just pull this cover off. And there's a switch in here, right in here. That's your on-off switch for out here. And I just flipped it off and waited a minute maybe and then flipped it back on and it worked. But this time I can't get it to do that. I'm going to go turn the thermostat on. You see if it works.
How do we know if it works? I don't think it's working. No working.
No worky.
I put on a mask because I'm cold.
Funny story.
What have you learned?
I decided to be smart-ish. And I went to undo the wiring. I was like, I better pull the fuse. That way I don't short nothing out. Went in there, pulled the fuse that says furnace. Cool. Came out here, started unwiring it. And I was like, you know what? I better get my test light and check. Still had power. Let me show you. There's no power running to the furnace. Except there is. Surprise! They wired it wrong. Never had a doubt. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and unhook these, hook them together, and just see if that fan will come on. Just by chance that it needed that hard reset of no power. Son of a nutcracker.
It's alive! Is it live now?
Well, not really, no. It just poked me. And when you're touching wires and they poke you.
Yeah. Your brain goes, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
So they just wired it wrong?
Yeah. And it just needed a hard reset. I thought I did, but I didn't.
Because it was wired wrong?
Yeah. And that is what it is supposed to do. It ran for about a minute because there was no gas to it. Pretty sure they threw this furnace in there. It is all beat up. Put the cover back on it, fire it up, and make sure it actually works because we're leaving in less than a week now. So, and we need heat. Set it to 68. See if that's enough to turn.
Oh, kick the fan on.
I saw a new one of these listed for sale the other day, and so I just looked at the pictures to see if they changed anything. And they've made it to where, I don't know if they've made the kitchen smaller or move the slide that way a little bit, but you don't have to move the couch when you travel. Or if they made the couch smaller, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was just sitting there, so they might have put a little bit smaller chairs here, couch here, and it didn't
have to be
moved.
moved.
It had plenty of room.
I'd like to think that they're watching us, learning from their mistakes, maybe.
They're probably watching us and laughing. Probably like, I built that one. I did that.
Oops, I wired that wrong.
It's warm.
Yay! Now we can start cleaning. We have moved out of this camper a couple months ago in expectation of being here for a few weeks. We tried to get as much out of here as we could, but there's still quite a bit of cleaning that needs to be getting done. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of cleaning that needs to be done. So you can kind of see, got some boxes and things that need to be gone through. But for the most part, it's pretty clean. We just need to kind of vacuum and wipe things down. Get the boys' room set back up. Get this room put back together. Get our mattress back in here because this is the factory mattress and we cannot sleep on this. It kills our backs. So we get our own mattress in here. But yeah, it's time to get her cleaned up and get ready to move down south for the winter. So I'm excited. So it's the day before we are heading out. We are currently packing the camper again. Got lots of things set out to be put away. We really worked hard this time to be very intentional about what we're packing. making sure that we're only taking the things that we need, maybe like taking 1 or 2 items of the things that we have instead of the whole package. So today we'll be putting everything away, organizing everything, putting things in closets, putting clean sheets on, getting ready to go. We're excited to get going.
Well, that's pretty much it as far as getting the camper ready to go. We just have a few more things to tidy up and then it's off to Texas. Thanks for sticking around this long, and we hope to see you back next week.